Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. As always, want to start off the video by saying thank you to all the subscribers, all the viewers, all the supporters on the channel, showing the channel so much support. Immensely appreciate it. Today, as you guys can see here, I'll be talking about a new type of investment application, a smartphone app called M1 Finance. This comes in response to a number of viewers on the channel requesting this video. So today I thought I'd kind of go through, establish an account, and set it up with regards to investment options. I've not yet done that, so we'll kind of do that together. Before we begin, very briefly here, M1 Finance is a robo-investor. It's much like Stash Invest as well as Acorns. You put money into the account, and the application really does most of the trading for you. But it's also like Robinhood as well, in the fact that you have a number of different investment options. You have essentially any pick from any of the stocks or ETFs from the New York Stock Exchange as well as NASDAQ. So literally thousands of different options. So that's not like Acorns or Stash Invest, the other robo-investors, which are much more limited. Acorns, you essentially have 5 different risk levels. You put your money in, you essentially establish your risk level, and the application does everything else. Stash Invest, it has a limited number of ETFs in one stock. I have the all investment portfolio, which has 37 ETFs and that one stock. I think they've added a few more since that time, but really you only have about 50 or so investment options. On M1 Finance, you have thousands of options, but it's not like Robinhood either, because you don't necessarily do the buying and selling yourself. You don't do the trading. You can't do day and swing trading with M1 Finance other than simply picking your stocks, and the application does everything for you. The pricing is much like Robinhood. There are no fees for using the application. Unlike Acorns and Stash Invest that charge $1 per month, this robo-investor essentially is free. You do have to pay the SEC and TAF fees, which also apply to Robinhood. Those fees are minimal, $23.10 per $1 million traded, as well as for every share sold, 0.0001119 cents. So very, very minimal. They apply to all transactions on Robinhood, this particular investment application, M1 Finance, Acorn, Stash Invest, any of the other brokerage accounts, E-Trade, Vanguard, so on and so forth. So that's no different, but there's no commission fees like Robinhood. So you don't have to pay any fee like Acorns or Stash Invest, and it's much like Robinhood with a lot of investment options. So let's just go ahead and log into the account here. Again, I've not yet set up the account with regards to the investment options. Wanted to walk through that with you guys. So I'll go ahead and set up the account here. Today I'll set up my portfolio. Then I'll go ahead and set up my profile, fund my portfolio, and then jump into this maybe next week and kind of show you guys exactly how this is working out. So let's go ahead and continue here. There are, looks like a few introductory screens here. Welcome to M1. This is your portfolio, the simple tool you will use to manage your investments. You can see here it looks like you can allocate different parts of the portfolio to different investment options. As you can see on the bottom there, you can choose slides of M1 Expert Pies. So it looks like it has a number of options already kind of pre-formed for you, designed for specific goals like retirement or general investing. And as I mentioned before, you can also add any stocks or ETFs from the New York Stock Exchange as well as NASDAQ as slices of your portfolio. So again, quite different than Stash Invest or Acorns, and much more like Robinhood. And then you can personalize your portfolio however you want. You can even add custom pies to it. Now let's start building your own M1 portfolio. So awesome here. Let's go ahead and get started here. So it looks like there is my pie chart. I can go ahead and put different slices on this chart. Again, it looks like it has a number of pre-planned expert kind of portfolios put together here. Let's go ahead and click on that first one there, general investing. Looks like there's a number of different options you can choose here. Ultra conservative, let's see what that is. Looks like this has a number of holdings, 6 holdings, has an expense ratio, dividend yield. If we go over to allocation here, you can see exactly what's in this fund. Looks like up top there, it has an iShares fund, some Vanguard funds on the bottom here as well, another iShares fund. And if you look up on top there, as I go through the different options here, it kind of shows you what portion of the portfolio is allocated to each one. This looks like it's mainly bond fund there up on top. Again, that's what you would expect from ultra conservative. If we go to the ultra aggressive here, this will probably be a number of small cap growth stocks. Allocations here. Looks like Vanguard funds as well. Yeah, so there's some small cap and mid cap stocks, 13 and 9%. Emerging markets, 7%. Real estate investment trust. A little bit of a bond fund on the bottom there, an international bond fund, so definitely a very aggressive type of investment options. And developed markets is the number one holding in this particular portfolio, VEA. So it looks like this has a number of applications here. And again, this was just the general investing tab, and there are a number of other tabs here as well. Plan for retirement, responsible investing, income earners, hedge fund followers, so on and so forth. If we click on other strategies here, looks like, again, there's a number of different options that pop up here. Let's go to the bottom there, Dow Jones. Let's see what this is all about. So this investment portfolio here, wow, it has 30 different holdings in this particular portfolio. Expenses, 0. Dividend yield, 2.374%. Kind of gives you some statistics with regards to risk as well as return over 1, 3, and 5 years. Looks like it also goes into how the fund was sort of put together. Again, this is an M1 Finance put together fund. If we go over to allocation, you can see here, again, there's 30 different investment options. Apple, Exxon, General Electric, JP Morgan, Chase & Company. So it looks like a lot of the stocks I have in my portfolio, my Robinhood portfolio, to be quite honest. Boeing, Caterpillar, Chevron. So very, very cool here. Again, unlike the other robo-investors, this has a lot more investment options here. And again, this one was all kind of put together by the M1 Finance team. But you can go ahead and put together your own portfolio of any of these companies and then specify the percentage you want for your portfolio. So very, very cool. Let's go ahead and go back out of that. Let's jump into Blue Chip 20 here. Looks like there are 20 holdings for this particular, again, M1 put together portfolio. If we go over to allocation here, AT&T, Alphabet. So again, a number of companies that I have in my portfolio, and a lot more companies that you can jump into the other traditional robo-investors. Again, I name Stash Invest and Acorns as those are applications that I currently have accounts with. So very, very cool here. If we click on stocks here, essentially I think you can buy any stock on the New York Stock Exchange and NASDAQ. So let's kind of test it out here. Let's type in a company that is a very small company. The Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory. I was taking a look at this for dividend capture a while back. So if you can buy this stock, I'm quite sure you can buy any stock on the stock market. Quite nice too as well. It has a number of articles here, news articles, price history. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. 1 year, 3 years, and 5 years. Profile. So this might be even a great application just to kind of check out the different investments. Even if you buy these on Robinhood, it looks like it has a lot of information and a very compact design here. It has PE ratio, market cap, dividend yield up on top there. I'm not sure if it has any other statistics. It looks like it has a link right to the website of this company. So this is a very nice set of investment research tools here. This is very cool, actually. Let's go back to stocks again. Let's type in Ford, for example. This is my largest holding in the Robinhood portfolio. Let's see what kind of statistics and news it has about Ford here. So again, up top there, you can see the company, the last price, market cap, PE ratio, dividend. It also has a bunch of news surrounding this company. Price history as well. 1 year, 3 years, and 5 years. Does not look like you can pull up any other statistics with that or a graph. Profile as well. Link to the company website. So this is very, very nice. This is a very nice application, well put together. I like that. We can also do a bunch of funds here, ETFs essentially. Let's type in one of my favorite funds, SPHD here. And yes, that is available here. The high dividend, low volatility ETF. You can see market cap, expense ratio, dividend up on top. Some news about the ETF as well. Price history, profile, targets. Let's go ahead and add to the pie here. Let's see what happens if I do that. Let's go back. My pies here. So it looks like I've not had any pies built yet. So let's just add a few funds here to kind of see what happens here. Let's go back to Ford. Let's add Ford to the pie. Let's add Facebook. Let's just add this Flagstar Bancorp Incorporated here. I'm not going to keep this like this. Just kind of want to go through, to see what it does with regards to setting up the fund here. So let's go ahead and put done and see what happens. And there we go. We have the portfolio put together. Looks like it has put each stock in individually as equal proportions here. So I have 4 shares here, each at 25%. Looks like I can go up and down on these investment options here. Looks like total 104 of 100%. So it looks like I'll have to go down before getting out of the stock here. So very good. So if I click save here, let's see what happens. Looks like it's going to go ahead and save the application to the portfolio. And then, yeah, then I can go through and go ahead and set up my profile and portfolio. So let's just go ahead and go back again. Go back one further screen. No, continue building here. Let's click on the positive button on the bottom right there. And again, I can go back into the expert pies, stocks, and then my pies. Looks like you can have a number of different portfolios set up in the application, which is very, very cool. So just wanted to quickly go over introductory to M1 Finance here. Again, this is a robo-investor, much like Stash Invest, much like Acorns, but also like Robinhood, in which you can essentially pick from thousands of different stocks on the New York Stock Exchange, as well as NASDAQ. It's also like Robinhood, where there is no fee, unlike Stash Invest or Acorns, which charges $1 per month. So I'll go ahead and kind of play around with this a bit here. Again, the expert pies are very, very good for new investors, and this might be one of the more superior applications that I've come across for new investors, because you can essentially jump into any of these investment options. Again, general investing here. Let's go to the aggressive pick here. The holdings, these are very, very good companies, and you don't really necessarily have to do anything other than pick this, add it to your portfolio selection, your pies, and you're good to go. You can start funding the investment. So very, very cool here. I think I like this better than Acorns. You can pick exactly what stocks you want to get into, what level of risk as well, but it's just much more hands-on. You have more options. Also like it better than Stash Invest, because you have all of those ETFs on Stash Invest and a lot more. And I like the fact that you can go through and pick individual companies as well as individual funds to add to your pies, and also have a number of different pies in your portfolio. So again, I'll kind of go through this, play around with it, kind of see what is good and bad about this application. But really just wanted to go over, introduce this application to you guys. I know a lot of you already know about M1 Finance, but there's probably a lot of viewers on the channel who do not. So I'll be kind of going through this over the next few months or so, kind of seeing if this is a very good alternative to Robinhood. This might be a perfect alternative to Robinhood, having the selection of Robinhood, but also having a robo-investor, helping new investors set up an account. So yeah, very, very cool here. Let me know what you guys think about M1 Finance. Do you like it? If you guys are on M1 Finance, what don't you like about it? Again, I am essentially right now setting up the portfolio, so I have no experience with it so far. But over the next few months here, I'll follow along to kind of see if this does stack up well against Robinhood, as well as the other robo-investors, Stash Invest and Acorns. So yeah, just wanted to quickly go through this with you guys. Again, let me know what you guys think of M1 Finance if you are on it. What do you like about it? What you don't like about it? And if you do like it, are you going to stick with it for the longer term, or after getting some experience, are you going to jump over to Robinhood like a lot of the other investors on Stash Invest and Acorns have done? Get a little bit of experience buying and selling stocks in those applications, and then jump over to Robinhood, where you essentially have a full brokerage account with buying and selling throughout the day. So let me know either way. I don't want to make the video too long, so I'll kind of end it here. As always, if you guys enjoy my videos, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. If you're so inclined, please feel free to become a subscriber, and then click that bell button to get alerts and updates on all new content posted on the channel. So yeah, kind of with that, I'll end the video, and we'll see you guys next time.